Hi, welcome to Woodport Guitars. Thanks for stopping by. So I've been working on this Solaz box. It's going to be a 4-stringer. The neck, the box is ready for the pickup holes. Now we are going to do a one-piece gold bridge. We're going to do gold tuners, which I'm almost second guessing the gold on all this, but we'll see how that works out. I'm going to use CBG snake oil mini humbuckers. I'm going to put 2 of them in here. The box is ready to have its holes cut out for the pickup, and when I do that, I will know where I need to cut out on my neck. Drop it down, give myself enough clearance for the pickup. To do the pickup cutout, I want to use my little jig here, my self-centering jig, but I need a different plate. So this is for the single coil, also works for the dual rail. So I need to make a different plate for those snake oil mini humbuckers. In order to do that, I need the laser. And that is why the shop is such a mess. There's wood stacked up behind me, it's a mess. If you can see behind you, it's a mess. Over there's a mess, and actually over there is what's causing all this mess. If you look to your left, I started building a laser enclosure. When you're cutting or engraving with a laser, you really should not breathe the fumes that are coming off of that laser. They're nasty and they're bad for you. So I need to build the enclosure. In the back corner, I'm going to have a 4-inch hole. It's a port for the exhaust fan to suck out the fumes, take them all the way outside. Down here in the bottom of the box, you can see these wooden blocks that I have, and that's what the laser registers on, so that it's in the same spot every time. If the bed looks a little low, that's because we have an aluminum plate and a 1-inch thick honeycomb bed that lays down on the bottom. It's pretty simple. It's just a box. I have the piece of plywood for the lid. I need to cut some cleats and get it on there, and I still need hinges. Not quite ready for it, so I need to get these things going. So I need to get the box ready enough to put the laser in it. But before I can get the laser going, I need to add this. This is a cable chain. This laser has a fabric covered cable, and it snags on everything, and it wants to push out to the side instead of staying in line. So this cable chain is going to tame it, but this laser did not have a spot to attach that chain, so I'm having to make one. So I'm in the process now. I drilled a couple of holes to get it mounted. I need to drill a couple more for where the chain is actually going to connect to it, and we can get it mounted, get that cable inside of this thing, and get it back there and going. Alright, back from the laser. As you can see, it took multiple tries to get these just right. Now, I did single coil pickup, dual rail, same size, and the snake oil pickup from CBG, and I'll do a full-size humbucker also. And when I get new pickups, I'll make new rings. I also made a 4-string for the bridge, and I thought, hey, that'd be a good idea. It'll help me center the bridge, get it in spot, and that's when I started noticing something looked a little off. For one, if your neck is not perfectly in the center of your box, and the center line of your neck is not perfectly parallel to the sides of the box, this jig won't do you any good. You're going to have to do it by hand. And by hand is what I'm going to end up having to do, where you put what I call a fake nut. Alright, you put a temporary nut up at the end and use a guitar string, run it through the guitar string, run it through the bridge up there, do the 2 outside strings, hold these tight, make sure this is where you want it as far as your scale length, and then just move it back and forth until you like how it rides on the neck. So it could be a little bit off as long as it's perfect with the neck. That's why that jig won't help. Alright, I use these blanks, these cutouts, and I use them to place where I want my pickups, so I can figure, so you can look at it and actually see them full size. It's pretty neat. Alright, get rid of that guy because we're going to do what this is meant to do. On the top of the box, I want 3" on center, 8" on center. Then we're going to do the snake oil. And I'm just going to take a pencil and I'm going to draw out where I'm going to make that cut. Now, well, I hate to see my big ass go away. And that, now you can start cutting. So how do you cut yours out? Alright, so the other ones, I'd make that drill plate and I would drill out the corners and then just take a flush cut saw and I would take a flush cut saw and cut out the straight pieces with it. Now this one, since the corners are not big and rounded, it'll be harder to get a saw into, and in that case, I don't know, you could do something like this where you take a chisel it out. And then finish it off with a rasp. Well, I got my pickup holes cut out. I used this old mallet and this chisel, and I cleaned it all up with this nutmeg zester. Alright, so I did use the laser to cut these out. I laid some blue tape on the bed of the laser, drew this up into Lightburn software, and burn it, actually burn it onto the tape just to make sure I liked where everything was and I wasn't making a mistake. Put this box in there, and it was easy because I could line it up to the marks on the tape, put it on my cut settings, and bam, here we go. I mean, it's beautiful. It's clean cut, it's nice. It's all dark on the edges. You look at the cut that I made by hand, and you look at what the laser did, and yeah, that's way nicer, but that's got way more character. And you can tell it was done by hand, and there's something special about that. All right, so we got them cut. The pickups fit awesome. Awesome. I mean, yeah, they fit really good. Couldn't ask for a better fit. I am really happy with that. That is the actual scalings for this guitar, but with that bridge we back it up a little bit. Let me try it this way. Alright, I'm lining the end of this yardstick up with the nut, and that's pretty close to where I want that bridge. I haven't done my full adjustments on this yet, but that's about where I want it. Now, what I need to do, get this on here tight, is just to hold it for now. I don't know if you guys can see that little mosquito flying around. Alright. I know this is the boring part. I'm looking at the string. I hope you guys can see it running down the edge of the fretboard. And I'm imagining if I did a different string spacing with my nut to match this bridge, what would I end up with? How close would they be to the edge of the fretboard? Am I going to like it or not? And it looks a bit close. Alright, so you can see the guitar string. They're in the bridge. I've got them going through this temporary nut and then just down and taped. So, let me get on this side. Going from that to where the strings are right on the edge of the fretboard, I'm not happy with that. I think that the fretboard and the string need to be parallel. Guitar necks are skinnier here, fatter at the heel, and the strings also flare out. And they always run parallel with this. So I don't think I want strings that are a 1/4 inch in here and only about 1 millimeter or 2 in here. I like how I can just switch back and forth. So I was thinking, what if I adjust the spacing on the nut so that I get a string there and I get a string there. Yeah, I don't really like that either. It's too close to the edge. So what I'm looking at doing is making a bridge with this kind of a string spacing. Not where I wanted to end this video, not how I wanted to end it, but we're not going to use that. We're going to have to use that bridge on a different guitar. I'm going to have to make a bridge and make a tailpiece for this thing now. I'll let everybody know when these go live up on the website for sale. It's going to come in a kit. We'll get into that more. I'll probably do a little video on how to put it together. And so I'll have to make a bridge, tailpiece, get these cut out. I really just wanted to get into some wiring and talk about how we're going to wire up these pickups with a 3-way switch, volume, and a tone. So it looks like we'll be doing that and a little more. So thanks for hanging out. Until next time, have fun.